Candlepin bowling is a New England tradition and a sport enjoyed by both girls and boys of all ages. Our show brings the game to the younger generation, featuring bright futures and brighter smiles. Hosts Dan Gauthier and Rob Taylor call the action on Candlepin for Kids. Candlepin for Kids would not be made possible without its generous sponsors, Oddball Sporting Goods, Paramount Industries, and individual donators like you. To learn how to donate, go to www.cp4k.com. Greetings from Bowlerama here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire for our middle-age group on Candlepin for Kids. Alongside Dan Gauthier, I'm Rob Taylor. Good showdown for the folks at home.
It's one of my favorite age groups, Rob. I think these guys always have a ton of potential. Last month, they were the high score, or was it the month before?
Both.
Yeah, they always have potential to be the highest scoring matches, sometimes better than the 15 to 18-year-olds. We have a lot of newcomers in this one, and one of our female contestants was here 6 or 7 years ago. So that might be the longest time between appearances. She says she's a little nervous, but I guess we'll just have to see how that plays out.
We'll talk about it over the course of the match, but for now, let's meet the bowlers. The champions, a boy who was a part of the winning team in the Atlantic Coast Tournament in Halifax, is joined by a girl with a state title under her belt. It's Stephen Powers and Sonya Richard. Challenging them, a pair of rookies, one a New Hampshire state champion and the other you may recognize from our old Candlepin for Kids intro. It's Michael McGinty and Kaylen Melo. Welcome back, Candlepin for Kids. Sonya Richard on lane number 3.
Leo Super Bowl, she represents.
And today she had a qualifying score of, I believe, 305, which was, I think, 80 pins higher.
Kaylen Melo with a little backdoor action.
And she picks it up for the spare, so Kaylen Melo.
Yeah, you couldn't ask. If you're a little nervous your first ball and you miss the headpin and you leave just the headpin with some nice wood, you really couldn't ask for a better drop than that.
So when you draw this match up, Sonya's average is 102. Kaylen's is
about an 80 to a 90, she writes.
So you'd have to say advantage Sonya, but it's Melo who gets the mark right out the gates.
Well, that's got to help.
These one-string matches, we all know anything can happen. Nice little fill for Kaylen.
Johnson, you was ready at champs. Johnson.
Now Kaylen Melo appeared on nice shot by Sonya Richards. I have to keep preventing myself from saying Richards. It's Richard. And that's a mistake I've made a lot today. Family member nodded in the background.
It shows you why she's got the higher average there and making a nice shot like that.
A great little out by Sonya. Now, Kaylen Melo appeared in every single episode of Candlepin for Kids in Season 7 because she was in the intro where she waved a wand and caused the pin to magically fall over.
Oh my God, that's where I've seen her before.
Yep.
That's why I was giving her the instructions, Rob, and I told her, you've been on our show before, I know, because I've seen you. And she said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we filmed that intro on Halloween. She was wearing a witch outfit. We decided the theme song would be magic, and it just all worked out. Sonya just missing that.
You know what?
leaf.
And that's a lesson right there to be learned for the kids. She started her approach and there was rolling wood. Technically, you're not supposed to count that if there's rolling wood on the thing. And the wood ended up settling right where her ball went. I mean, she may have very well made that shot if she had waited for it to finish.
No, it certainly could have. So a 1 pin difference after 3 strong bowling by our girls right now. It's Sonya with the edge. Sonya, native of Seabrook, New Hampshire. And that one looked like it was going to be a hammer. I thought that 8 pin was going to fall back and catch it, but can't be much happier about that leaf. All over it. Sonya reels it in. Kaylen coming back after a tough first ball. Gives herself a good chance for an out here.
She was trying to convert the old 1-ball spare, Rob.
Yeah. And looking for a big out. She gets a solid 8. So good bowling from our girls. They've got one more. Sonya putting up a very strong first half right now.
We're sitting far enough back that they can't hear us, but my advice to Kaylen right now would be take a deep breath, regroup. You're a little off, but you're right in the match.
Sonya's trying to prevent it. A hammer from Sonya Richard. Kaylen trying to go answering.
You know, that was a good answer by Kaylen.
Great ball by Kaylen.
Tried to answer that strike with one of her own. Could have easily had one.
She's got 3 pieces of wood. You have to expect something to fly over. We'll see.
Oh, no,
man,
Rob.
that couldn't have been much closer and back.
Hey, I will go. Oh, never mind.
And Kaylen's going to throw it. Luckily, it
she
misses
says
that
she
wood
doesn't
in
need
front.
you to check that wood.
So she'll take
good.
the 10. What a half by Sonya Richard, 64 and 2 balls.
Yeah,
powerhouse.
a couple of really nice halves. We told you could see some big scores in this age group.
And they prove it. Now our gentleman, it's Stephen Powers throwing the first ball on lane number 3. Michael McGinty on lane number 2. McGinty all over the head pin, and he carries the extra pin. That'll help him big time.
Good start, Mike. Good start.
I think we might be in the middle of a Mike McGinty cheering section, Rob.
We may be.
Local bowler.
McGinty does veer off to the left, so that'll be 9.
Hey, Mike.
Now, you can see the look of disappointment on his face. He knew that got away from him. He held on just a little long.
That's a pressure ball when on your first time on the show, under the lights, your first ball is a 9-pin drop. You're kind of expecting to make it. It's tough with a lot of expectations.
A lot of times you see something like that just make the person instantly loosen up, and then they'll both find the rest of the way. Hopefully that'll be the case.
Powers all over the head pin. McGinty veering a little right. Michael's a native of the home house. Bolorama, a newcomer. Brought the show up to the Granite State today, and Michael was kind enough to join us. Powers giving it a nice run.
Live free or die state.
That's right. Pivotal in the elections. Steven not able to reel in the 10. McGinty looking for a big out, unable to catch it. He's going to try to rebound.
Hey, Mike, shake it off.
McGinty's a strong bowler. It's got on his record that he won the New Hampshire State Tournament. Average is 97, so probably a few jitters there. We can expect him to be out of the system, though.
I can't help but think he might still been thinking about that yank, and it affected him for one more box. But
Looks like he let it go there, though. Another 9-pin drop. Tough wood in front of it, though.
Very tough wood, Rob.
Steven not able to reel in that spare. He might just have to blast it and hope. He was trying to go high, which was the right place to play it.
When Steven is not bowling, I hear he's a baker.
Baker?
Yes, he
Like the
said.
Swedish chef?
He said if we ever need baked goods, he's our
We
man.
may hold him to that. A Candlepin for Kids bake sale. Brought
that's
to you
a good
by Stephen
fundraising
Powers.
event. Good fundraising potential there.
Could go for some cake this afternoon. We generally get hungry over these Candlepin for Kids shifts. We'll have to
Let's hope he uses a real oven.
enlist them in the future. You don't think
It's easy
Steven's
bake.
easy bake?
No, I'm thinking I can't wait the 24 hours for my cupcake. Oh, look at that.
A lot of action off the head pin. A borderline piece of wood. Now it's good. It's
definitely
and
good
it's going
now.
to help him out as well.
Yeah,
Couldn't have asked for much better than that. And he got it.
Oh, just enough. Now he can breathe again, Rob.
Right on that red line. Steven with a nice 10 as well.
That's an impressive 10, the 1-5.
That's true. So big ball here for Mike. His partner is trailing 13 and 2 balls. He's right behind Powers. But if he could get a big fill and maybe put a mark on it, we'd have a very tight match going into the second set. Just left of the head pin. He'll take 5.
Steve had proven me wrong today in qualifying. After 25 boxes, he needed a big last half, and I said something to him about how come you never throw that really huge half, and then he went out and did it, threw like a 75 half, and got himself on #1 seed today.
Nice try there by McGinty going for that spare.
So these bowlers are capable of having very explosive halves.
So in our last episode, we had our eyes on potential bowling ball giveaway in the second half. We've got it again. Sonya Richard will be trying for it after the break, and we also have Smoke the Shoe.
Yes, we do. I'll be bowling Sage Johnson. We'll be back in a minute.